Nick and Dusk, you guys ready? They're gonna do a review for Blink
All right.
Twice.
Yep. Let me pull up my notes real quick on this, and let's kick this off.
All right. So, Nick and Dusk have a review coming up here. I wasn't able to see this movie due to a scheduling conflict
Mhm.
there, but this is the directorial debut of Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz, who's been an actress in things like Catwoman there and the Batman movie recently. Mostly been side characters and stuff. Like she was in
Mhm.
the Divergent series there as well. Um, So, Nick and Dust, what are your thoughts on her directorial debut with Blink Twice, starring
All
Channing
right.
Tatum?
All right. With Blink Twice, we're introduced to tech billionaire Slater King, who's played by Channing Tatum. He meets this cocktail waitress Frida, who's played by Naomi Ackie, at this fundraising gala, and he invites her to join him and his friends to a dream vacation on his own private island. But of course, like with a lot of these movies that have this, you know, uh, this satirical and dark, hilarious look of the upper class, things go awry fairly quickly, and that is about all I can say without giving away spoilers for this movie. And much like Barbarian with a couple of years ago, I think this is a movie that is absolutely at its best when you're going in blind. As
Mm,
far as a directorial debut, Zoe Kravitz comes out swinging. The movie is shot beautifully. This location is phenomenal. She's great at directing the performances of these actors, and the themes and concepts that she's playing with. I feel like it's done with a maturity that you hardly see in a lot of first time directors. Uh, she is effortless at balancing this tone and these darker themes that the movie touches on, and this sense of humor, because when the movie did get very dark, and this does in ways that I can't speak to without giving away a spoiler, the movie is still just one of the most darkly funny things I've seen this year so far. It would have me just absolutely tense and sick to my stomach one moment, and then just have me cackling with laughter the next.
mm. The vibes I kind of get are a little
Hmm.
bit kind of like from just seeing the trailer.
Yeah,
Get Out.
it's a little bit Get Out. It's a little
Okay.
bit of the menu films like Saltburn that this movie explores
Okay.
dynamics like that.
Okay. What say you there, Dust?
I didn't see this movie.
Oh, you didn't see it. Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, oh,
Uh,
damn! I'm solo on here. So yeah, I think this is a phenomenal directorial debut from Zoe Kravitz. The way she chooses to shoot this, the lighting of it, the balancing of different and sometimes very incongruent tones, and the handling of this very very sensitive subject matter that this movie explores. I think it's done beautifully with some of the best performance, probably I think a career best performance from Channing Tatum, who has to balance so many different influences, and if I say who, then that would give it away.
mm, okay.
Yeah, but
And
this movie, I would say this is this is a high tune in bordering on a peak. I think that there are some choices with the pacing and the editing of this movie, but there's a reason for it in the logic of this film's story that I think justifies a lot of it. And those would be my one critiques, but I gotta give this a strong peak. This is a phenomenal directorial debut, and a movie that I think is going to stick with me towards the end of the year.
yeah, and Zoe Kravitz also wrote this movie along with another guy, E.T. Phone Home Head ass.
Yeah,
Uh,
E.T.
Feigenbaum.
Feigenbaum, who I think was a co-writer or producer on the show on the Hulu show she did, High Fidelity.
Yeah, and I love that show. I wish that show would come back.
Mhm.
I actually loved her on that show. Um, yeah. So she also co-wrote this movie as well. And you look at the cast. I mean, this is a good cast list. Not only mentioned like you mentioned Naomi Ackie, who people saw. She was Whitney Houston in that movie.
Mhm.
There, she was also it's something else this recently, but you also have
Yeah, she was in Whitney Houston in that biopic. She was in Master of None as a Letitia Wright's wife in that show. And she was also in The End of the Fucking World, which is that black comedy series on Netflix, which is fantastic.
Okay. And we also have Channing Tatum there. But also besides them, you have Ali Shawkat there.
Yeah,
People know
yeah,
Arrested
Leah Shawkat from Arrested Development,
Development.
Christian Slater, Simon Rex, who we saw a couple years ago in Red Rocket,
Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment, and Adria Arjona, who we just saw in Hitman this year.
Kyle MacLachlan is also in here as well. Yeah. So you say it's kind of a career defining performance for Channing Tatum, different than
Um,
what we've seen him do before?
yeah, I think so. This is probably the one of the better written characters that he's been given the chance to play.
Mm, okay. Interesting. Okay. I was interested to check this movie out. The trailer looks very interesting there. Would you say so it's horror here, thriller kind of
Mm,
territory?
I would say psychological thriller.
Okay. All right. So did you see Cuckoo? Did you see that?
Oh, yes, I did see Kaku as well.
It's kind of similar to that. Kind of like something like that.
I feel like if I say what this movie is similar to, that would give
Okay.
away the reveal.
Okay. Best
I'm
going as
trying
cold as
to
possible.
talk about this as vague as possible. I think
Okay.
this is best watched cold, much like a Barbarian was a couple years ago.
Okay. I respect that. So you gave it a high tune in bordering on peak there for this movie.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving this peak. I'm
Okay.
giving this peak. Brilliant cinematography, excellent balancing of tones, brilliant performances, especially from Channing Tatum and Naomi Ackie, and supporting a hilarious supporting role from Adria Arjona. I kind of wrote her off because she did Morbius, but between this and Hitman, she's been somebody that I need to that I'm interested in every time I see her in the cast of something.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe she's gonna take some of the roles that Aniana, what's her name? Damn. De Armas.
Ana de Armas.
Ana de Armas, yeah. Take some of the roles that Ana de Armas does.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we got a new Spanish woman coming here, take some of these roles here from you. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's very nice. All right. Thank you for that review, Nick. So Nick gave it a peek for Blink Twice in theaters now.